In this revision, I'm going to solve you the questions inside the geometry revision worksheet. Let's start. Find the sum of interior angles of a 13gon. Now here we are going to use the formula of sum of interior angles, which was n minus 2 times 180 degrees, and n here is 13 as given in the question. So all we have to do is we are going to substitute the value of n into the formula as 13 minus 2 times 180, and the answer is 11 times 180, which is 1980 degrees. That's what we have to do. Find the measure of one interior angle of a regular dodecagon. Now here we are going to find the measure of one interior angle, so the formula I'm going to use will be n minus 2 times 180, the sum of interior angles, divided by the number of sides. So this is the formula. And here, dodecagon is 12 sides, so it's n equals 12. Hence I'm going to substitute 12 instead of n. So 12 minus 2 times 180 divided by 12, which is, actually if you go through the calculation, you're going to get 150 degrees as one of the interior angles. Find the measure of one exterior angle of a regular 15gon. Now here, n is 15 obviously, and now it asks one exterior angle. Now I'm going to use the formula 360, the sum of exterior angles divided by the number of sides. So here, if you substitute n to be 15, then it will be 360 divided by 15, which we get 24 degrees. In this question, we are given one interior angle as 168 degrees, and the question asks us to find the number of sides of the polygon. Now let's remember, if this is a part of the polygon that we're talking about, and if we extend one of the sides, then we get an exterior angle here, and we also have this interior angle here. So together they make how many degrees? Yes, 180 degrees, because they are supplementary angles. Now, the question says the interior angle is 168 degrees already. So, can we find the measure of exterior angle? Yes, we can say 180 minus 168, which is 12 degrees. This is the measure of the exterior angle. Alright. Now, if we divide 360, the sum of exterior angles, by 12, the measure of one exterior angle, then we are going to find the number of exterior angles, which is equal to the number of sides. And in this case, it is 30. So there are 30 exterior angles. This means there are 30 sides of this polygon, which is a 30gon. So what we did here is we just find out the measure of one exterior angle, and then we divided 360 with this measure, which is 12, to find the number of exterior angles, which is equal to the number of sides. That's how I find the number of sides of this polygon. Find the measure of each interior angle. Now here's what we're going to do. First, we are going to find the sum of this, sum of interior angles of this quadrilateral. Sum of interior angles. Then we are going to add the angles and equate to the sum. So we have an equation, and then we are going to solve this equation for x. And lastly, we are going to substitute the value of x into each interior angle to find the measures. Now let's do that. Now first of all, the sum of interior angles. We have 4 sides here, so n is 4, hence it will be 4 minus 2 times 180 for the sum of interior angles, which is 2 times 180, which gives us 360 degrees. Now we are going to equate the sum of these 4 interior angles to 360. Okay, now let's write the equation. This is 2x minus 16 plus 2x plus x plus x plus 10. Now this should be equal to 360. Now if you simplify this expression, you have 2x, 2 more, which is 4x. These are 1x each, so 4x, 5x, 6x. Let's write 6x. And then we have minus 16 plus 10, which makes minus 6 equals 360. Now if you solve this equation, you get x to be 61. So x is 61 degrees. And let's substitute the value of x into each interior angle to find their measures. So it will be 2x minus 16 equals 2 times 61 minus 16, which gives us 106 degrees. And for 2x it is 2 times 61, which gives us 122 degrees. And for x, we already know that it is 61 degrees. And for x plus 10, it will be 61 plus 10, which gives us 71 degrees. So this is how we find the measure of each interior angle. Now the question might ask, just find the value of x. So this is where you have to stop. You shouldn't substitute, because the question will not ask you to find each interior angle. If the question was asked to find the value of the variable, you just write the equation and then solve it for x. You don't substitute. Keep this in mind. In this question, we are going to find the measure of each exterior angle. Now we know that for all polygons, the sum of exterior angles is what? Yes, 360 degrees. So we will follow the same procedure with the previous question, just that we don't need to find the sum of exterior angles, just that we know it is 360. So all we have to do is we are going to write an equation. We are going to say x plus 15 plus 106 plus x minus 10 plus 2x minus 35 should be equal to 360 degrees. Now if you simplify this equation, you have 1x here, another one it is 2, 2 more, it is 4x x. And for the numbers, we have 15 plus 106, which is 121, minus 10 makes 111, minus 35, 76. So we have 4x plus 76 equals 360 degrees. Now, if you solve this equation, you will find x to be 71. Now, we have to substitute to find each exterior angle. So, let's say x plus 15 is actually 71 plus 15, which gives you 86 degrees. On the other hand, x minus 10 is just 71 minus 10, which gives you 61 degrees. And we have 2x minus 35, which gives us 2 times 71 minus 35, and the answer will be 107 degrees, and the last angle we already know that.